Hey there, junior herpetologists. Welcome back to JillyBeesCorner, where learning is always an adventure. Today, we're going slithering into the world of southern snakes, the good, the harmless, and the dangerous ones. Okay, let's back up for 1 minute. Do you know what a herpetologist is? A herpetologist is a scientist who specializes in the study of reptiles and amphibians. Ready to get started? Let's coil up and go. Have you ever played hide and seek? Let's find out where snakes like to hide. Under logs and rock piles. Snakes love the cool, dark space beneath fallen trees and stacked rocks. It's like their own secret tunnel, perfect for a cozy nap or sneaky snack time when mice wander by. Tall grass and brush. Think of a grassy field as a super sneaky camouflage blanket. Ribbon snakes and garter snakes slither through high grass so quietly you might not spot them until they shimmy past. Near water's edge. If you're near a pond, swamp, or stream, watch for cottonmouths and water snakes soaking up the sun on logs or wading close to shore. They're half aquatic, which means they're just as happy in water as on land. Sunny rock walls and sidewalks. On cool mornings, you might find rattlesnakes or copperheads basking on warm rocks or even driveways. Give any sun-soaking snake plenty of space to chill. Barns, sheds, and even attics. Believe it or not, rat snakes sometimes slither into human places looking for mice. Keep barns and sheds tidy and seal cracks so our helpful rodent eaters stay outside where they belong. Quick quiz: which hiding spot would be the coolest on a hot summer day? Under logs and rock piles. What to do when you spot a snake? Freeze and back away slowly. Do not make any sudden moves. Give it space at least 6 to 8 feet away. Never try to handle or hurt it. Most bites happen this way. Call a professional. Wildlife Control or the Department of Natural Resources are both a phone call away. Joke break. Why don't snakes ever get lost? Because they always follow their instincts. Remember, if you spot a snake, watch from a distance and let it go on its own adventure. No touching, no chasing, just respect and observe. Let's chat about a few of our non-venomous neighbors. These snakes don't want to hurt you. They're busy keeping pests away. First up is the eastern corn snake. They hide in fields, near fence posts, and in tree holes or under logs. They are super calm and often kept as pets. These corn snakes average about 3 to 4 feet in length. Look for a bright orange snake with red blotches, kind of like a candy corn candy cane. Next is the black rat snake. These snakes favor barns, forests, and even your attic. They're fantastic at rodent removal, like nature's own exterminator. They are glossy black, sometimes with faint white speckles. Their bellies have a mottled black and white pattern. Unbelievably, they average 3 to 7 feet, but can reach up to 8 feet long. They can even weigh from 2.5 to even 3.5 pounds. A rough green snake is very popular too. They like to hang out in bushes and low tree limbs. This green snake is very shy and will often freeze when it watches you approach, like a green stick. If captured, they may release a foul-smelling musk. They have a brilliant green back and a creamy yellow belly. Great camouflage. Another non-venomous snake is an eastern indigo snake. They love pine forests and sandhills. These snakes can be giants. They can grow up to 8 feet long. They are shiny and almost metallic blue and black all over. Their mouth and throat area has reddish color. Surprisingly, these snakes can even eat venomous snakes and have the great ability to capture prey larger than themselves. Time for the venomous vipers. These are the ones to give plenty of space. No snake selfies, please. Extremely popular is the copperhead. They hide in leaf piles and rocky hillsides. Great spots to camouflage into. When walking through a path, they will likely spot you first and may try to move away. As you get closer, they'll curl up into its camouflage pile, then rattle their tail. As you approach, it will raise its head to show you they'll bite if you provoke. Copperheads have a triangular-shaped head. Some people call it an arrowhead-shaped head. These wider parts of the head allow for space to fit the snake's fangs and venom glands. Identify a copperhead by their hourglass-shaped bands that resemble Hershey kisses. Copperheads typically average between 2 and 3 feet in length. The females tend to grow larger than males, but the males have proportionally longer tails. The next snake to mention is the cottonmouth or water moccasin. These snakes hang out in swamps, streams, and pond edges. They like to sun themselves by the water. The cottonmouth or water moccasin, when threatened, gapes its mouth wide open, showing its bright white mouth inside. Hence the name cottonmouth. This snake has a thick, heavy body, dark brown or black coloration, and often with faint dark crossbands. They are generally 2 to 4 feet in length. Another snake is timber and canebrake rattlesnakes. They are the same species. They have chevrons or crossbands down their bodies, a reddish-brown stripe running down the center of their back with yellow to whitish-gray bellies. The large and thick head is distinct from the neck and sometimes has a dark diagonal line through the eye or just behind the eye. The canebrake is normally yellow, brown, or gray with a pink tint with dark crossbands. Timber rattlesnakes can have darker gray with black to lighter brown background in their coloration. They reach lengths of 4 to 6 feet. These snakes like edges of marshes and swamps, wooded hillsides, and hollow dead trees. Let's meet the pygmy rattlesnake, the tiniest rattlesnake around. But don't let its size fool you. It still packs a punch. They average about 2 feet long. The rattle is so small that its buzz sounds like a small insect, oftentimes barely heard. They prefer habitats that offer cover and are often found in densely vegetated areas like forests and near lakes. This species is notable for its red phase coloration, but it can also be a dull gray with a row of dark spots running down the center of its back and along its sides. The pygmy rattler will sometimes have an orange stripe running the length of its back. Now here's a big one. The eastern diamondback rattlesnake is the largest venomous snake in North America and the most dangerous. They can grow up to 8 feet long. A quick fun fact. Eastern diamondbacks are heavy-bodied and can weigh as much as a small dog. They like to travel around in pine forests, sandy hills, and flatwoods. They'll rattle their tail to give you a strong, stay back warning. Look for a gray or yellowish snake that has diamond shapes down its back with bold black borders. Diamondbacks have two light lines running along the sides of their heads. Be sure to listen for that rattle so you are not bitten by this giant snake. A quick recap of venomous rattlesnakes. These common rattlesnakes are called pit vipers. Pit vipers have heat-sensing pits between their eyes and nostrils like night vision goggles. They can sense warm-blooded animals even in the dark. All pit vipers have venom to help catch their food, like mice and frogs, and defend themselves. Look for wide, triangle-shaped heads. A big clue, it's a pit viper. Want to know more about a rattlesnake tail? The rattle is made up of a series of hollow, hard segments, kind of like tiny rings stacked on top of each other. These rings are actually made of keratin, the same stuff as your fingernails and hair. When the rattlesnake shakes its tail, these hollow segments bump against each other really fast, making that famous buzzing sound. It's like shaking a maraca. And here's a fun fact. There's a tiny muscle at the end of the snake's tail that vibrates super fast, more than 50 times per second. That's what makes the rattle move so quickly. And the very last segment of the rattle is called the bitten. It's the part that connects the rattle to the snake's body. The snake is born with this button, but the rest of the rattle grows as it sheds its skin over time. So, the rattlesnake's tail isn't just for show. It's a built-in musical instrument that helps it stay safe in the wild. How cool is that? Snakes' superpowers and fun facts. Snakes shed or outgrow their skin. It can come off in one smooth, full body peel. Pit vipers like the copperheads, cottonmouths, and rattlesnakes we talked about can sense warm bodies in total darkness. This is their heat vision. The snake's tongue keeps coming out to use their sense of smell and pick up scent particles. They actually use their tongue to smell instead of their nose. Okay, let's chat about some very important things. Snake bite first aid. What you should do is call 911 immediately. Keep the bitten limb still and at or slightly below heart level. Remove rings or tight clothes in case of swelling. What you shouldn't do. Don't use tourniquets. Don't cut or suck out the venom. Don't apply ice or alcohol. Pet safety. Always stay calm. An anxious owner can scare the pets more. If you can maintain a safe distance, take a photo of the snake for identification. Rush to the vet. Call them ahead of time so they can start preparing the antivenom. In the meantime, even while driving, keep your animals still and warm. How to prepare for a hospital trip. Again, try your best to have taken a picture of the snake to show the doctors. This helps the doctors choose the correct antivenom. The doctors will administer antivenom if needed, which are special antibodies to neutralize the antivenom. The doctors will keep an eye on you and your vitals in case of an allergic reaction for 2 to 4 days. So to help prevent all of this, there are a few precautions you can take to prevent unhappy occurrences with snakes. Tidy up your yard. Regular mowing, raking, and removing debris is helpful. Sealing entry points to your home as well. When hiking or gardening, wear boots and pants. Most of all, teach family and friends to respect snakes, not fear them. All venomous and non-venomous snakes play a very important role in our environmental ecosystems. Also, from a human perspective, they play a large role in controlling rodents and many other small-sized nuisance wildlife populations. This helps to decrease damage to property and the spread of disease. Remember, give them space, and they'll leave you alone too. Thanks for slithering along on JillyBees Corner. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more wild adventures.
See you next time.